Hi comic book fans and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. Today I thought I'd share with you where I've got with my Bronze Age horror collecting. So for those of you who don't know, my focus on my personal comic collection this year is on Bronze Age horror, mainly DC. Right, having said that, I have strayed. So I have strayed into DC, into Silver Age horror, and I have strayed out of DC into Marvel, Archie, and Charlton, and a bit of independent as well. However, what I'm going to share with you today, so we're halfway through the year, a bit over halfway through the year, and I thought I'd share with you where I've got to on the granddaddy of DC horror, which is House of Mystery. So House of Mystery started in, I think, 1951, ran for 321 issues. And it went through, I will describe as 4 phases, and I'm going to show you comics for each of the 4 phases of House of Mystery. So when House of Mystery started, it was a horror anthology, but almost immediately after it started, along came the Comic Codes Authority, which put an end to the sort of what's called pre-code horror, and House of Mystery became a sort of science fiction suspense story title. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So here's this is phase 1 of House of Mystery. Is issue 1 up to issue 173. Okay. This isn't my main focus of collecting, but I have picked up some of these. So here we go. This is my earliest one, House of Mystery 96, and we see a sort of robot-y thing attacking. Then we have got House of Mystery 1, 2, 3. This is in really poor condition. I think that's from my attic collection. And again, you can see science fiction type theme. Here's one I picked up recently, I think at the London Comic Mart. This is House of Mystery number 127, and this is great. I really like this one. These aliens are playing some form of card game, and they're using creatures as the betting chips. So he's saying, "I bet one Earthling," and there's a very Kirby looking like. Oh, this must be a Kirby cover, surely. That character looks really Kirby-like. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't checked up. That looks very Kirby-like to me. Next up, we got another House of Mystery 130. Again, science fiction sort of alien here. This was the way of getting round the horror thing by doing it as science fiction. Here we got another one. This creature must die. Here we go. And another sort of alien, the Alien Gladiator. This one is called. Looking great there, the Alien Gladiator. And then we changed from the sort of science fiction suspense story type of thing, and for a period of time we went superhero. So there were 2 sort of superhero phases. There was Manhunter from Mars, John Johns, and here's a great looking cover. This is a classic cover. This is his sidekick. He's got a little sidekick called Zook, and in this cover, Zook has become a monster. It's usually quite small, and somehow has been made big into a monster. There we go. Another Manhunter, Manhunter from Mars one. There we go, and you can see Zook is back to his normal size here. So yeah, really nice stuff. And then we moved on from Martian Manhunter to Dial H for Dial H for Hero. This featured a guy who dialed a thing on dialed a sort of like a telephone dial, and the letter that came up he could turn into that hero. Right. So this is the first Silver Age appearance of Plastic Man. Yeah. Dial H for Hero turns into Plastic Man, and this is Plastic Man's first Silver Age appearance in House of Mystery 160. And I have one other Dial H for Hero. This is House of Mystery 170. Okay, so I'm describing that as the first phase of House of Mystery. This is issue 1 to issue 173. And then what happens in issue 174, Joe Orlando is brought in from EC Comics as editor of House of Mystery, and House of Mystery for me hits its golden age with Joe Orlando as editor. This starts in 1968 with issue 174, which is done as a sort of anthology of previous stories. In 175, Cain arrives. Cain of Cain and Abel. He becomes the sort of storyteller in the House of Mystery, and that is in issue 175. I haven't got issues 174 and 175. They are on my list to get in the second half of 2023. However, my first one under Joe Orlando, there's lots of Neil Adams covers here. Neil Adams was one of the main artists on House of Mystery, and this is an absolute beauty in fantastic condition. This is House of Mystery 176. If I can get a 174 or 175 in anywhere near the condition of this one, I'll be a very happy person. And that, of course, is Neil Adams cover art. Here we have now then, I need to mention another House of Mystery, which I also haven't got, which is also on my want list, which is House of Mystery 179, which features the first published artwork of the great Bernie Wrightson. You will see some Wrightson here because his first published artwork's in 179, but it doesn't take very long before he's appearing on the cover of House of Mystery. So 176 you've seen, 181, a whole bunch of Neil Adams covers here, 182, and you will notice a very common meme here. I've mentioned it before. Right across this horror is the innocent kids looking in through a window, looking at something horrific. It occurs again and again and again and again and again. Innocent kids looking in to see a horrific scene. Again, a Neil Adams cover. Next one, this isn't in very good condition. I will upgrade this if I get a chance. This again is a Neil Adams cover. Right, and here we go. Issue 195, and we have our first Bernie Wrightson cover. Well, the first one I've got anyway, in House of Mystery. Really great stuff. I do really like Bernie Wrightson. This says Wrightson 71 down here in the corner. Really nice Bernie Wrightson cover here on House of Mystery 195. Again, innocent kids looking in on a horrific scene. This time somebody's sacrificing a nice cuddly white dog. House of Mystery number 197. And then this one is a cracker. This is House of Mystery 204, and again, beautiful, beautiful Bernie Wrightson artwork. I've just put this up on my Instagram account. Got this from the London Comic Mart, from the guy who writes on the back and tells you exactly what's in here. So it's cover art by Bernie Wrightson, story art Bernie Wrightson, Alex Nino, stories by Win Mortimer, Jack Sparling and Sergio Aragonés. This is why I love these House of Mysteries. House of Mystery 206. House of Mystery 210. House of Mystery 212 in absolutely cracking condition. And one of the reasons I like this Bronze 8 is you can get these comics in really good condition at really decent prices. I think they're a great investment at the moment. I mean, look at this one, House of Mystery 216. You can see what I paid for it. I love this, with the taxi driver looking in his rear view mirror and seeing a monster in his back seat. You know, and I picked this up for a tenner. So yeah, this is why I'm collecting these, because you can pick up some really nice quality copies at pretty reasonable prices. Great artists like Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson, Nick Hardy, some of these covers as well. And we're going to get on to Mike Kaluta in a minute. This one is interesting. I didn't pay very much for this. This came from Splat Comics. Those ones with the labels on, where he puts the label with the condition on, is Splat Comics. And he's put here, Jeweler's insert, fountain pen on cover and first page, one in a page torn, spine rolled. Fair enough, but it's got a Mark Jewelers insert. Very nice. House of Mystery number 223. A nice green monster coming out the water there. House of Mystery 225. We're still in the Joe Orlando phase here. Joe Orlando was editor on House of Mystery for 10 years, between 1968 and 1978. Here we have number 232. And he went from issue, just checking up my facts here, went from issue 174 to issue 257. So here we have House of Mystery 234. These are all great, and of course Kane is our host in these. You can see Kane sitting up here. This one's nice. This is the roller coaster one with a skeleton in the back seat. House of Mystery 249. House of Mystery, and then we get the Dollar Comics one. This is where we get these bullet ones with Dollar Comics. This is again Neal Adams cover art here on this Dollar Comics 252. We're approaching the end of Joe Orlando's run here, and another great looking Neal Adams cover here with the hippie babysitter looking at the horrific child. We can't see the child's face. I wonder what she can see. Right, that is phase 2. Phase 2 of House of Mystery is the Joe Orlando editor, 1968 to 1978. And to be honest, that's the main part of what I should be collecting. That is Bronze Age horror at its best, with Neal Adams, Bernie Wrightson, artwork, Joe Orlando editor, Sergio Aragonés in there as well, doing the humour stuff. And now we're going to phase 3. Phase 3 is Paul Levitz. Paul Levitz takes over from Joe Orlando in 1978, and he does issues 258 through to 291. So here's some of the stuff under Joe Orlando. Quite a lot of Mike Kaluta covers here. So here, off we go. This is the phase 3. This is a beauty. This is in near mint. Picked this up from Splat Comics, as you can see by the stickers. This one's nice. Who Dare You Enter the House of Mystery, Blood on the Grooves, and we've got a rock band going bad. Great. House of Mystery 271, Hellhound. So quality is continuing here under Paul Levitz, with some great Mike Kaluta cover art. Mike Kaluta becomes the main cover artist in this phase. Some really nice covers here. We've got a reflection cover, reflection in the axe. Next up, we've got a Joe Orlando. Joe Orlando, as well as being an editor, actually did writing of the scripts and did art on House of Mystery, and he continues to do some of the art during Paul Levitz's time. I've got 2 of those, and that is Joe Orlando cover art. This next one's interesting. Okay, we're nearly at the end of Paul Levitz's stuff. 280. This is a really nice, very clean copy here. Lovely looking cover, in really good condition. A nice boxing one here, and I love this little demon here by Mike Kaluta. 287. 289 and 288. Then we get something interesting happens. We get issue 290, and 290 is the introduction of I, Vampire. Now I, Vampire becomes a continuous story running through House of Mystery for a whole number of issues. It also sort of, this is the end of Paul Levitz, and the beginning of the next editor, who is Karen Berger. Karen Berger, one of the most famous editors at DC. She was the editor of The Sandman. This was her first editing job, was in House of Mystery, when she took over in issue 292, I believe. So we did get the start of I, Vampire under Paul Levitz. That's 290 and 291. In 292, we've got a couple of things happening. Karen Berger takes over as editor, Plus, inside here we've got the first Mark Silvestri comic art. Yeah, £2.92. Karen Berger takes over as editor, and Mark Silvestri gets his first ever art in comics. Right, now, so iVampire continues now throughout House of Mystery with an ongoing story. He is a sort of vampire. We're on his side, I think. And is he called Andrew Bennett? Something like that. And he's sort of, his adversary is his ex-lover, the Mistress of Blood, something like that. So yeah, that's a really nice Kaluta cover again. Small child in bed with a horrible shadow over her. I'm still getting a lot of my Kaluta covers here. Another iVampire cover. Quite a lot of iVampire covers here. So ongoing story rather than ones off. This one we haven't got. This is a was he a vampire from beyond the stars? So they've got a robot. They think he's a robot vampire, and they're trying to kill it with a wooden stake. Right. Next up, we have got another iVampire cover. And then we get issue 300. So 300, really nice cover here with Kane with a load of kiddies introducing them to the House of Mystery. Love that cover. Right, issue 302, iVampire, issue 304, another, I'm not sure this is an iVampire cover. Funhouse, it says. It might be. This one definitely is an iVampire cover. Look at this cover here. Kaluta cover. And now we're up to issue 311, and we have another iVampire cover. And I showed you the first iVampire on issue 291. Here is the last iVampire on issue 319. Karen Berger still editing, but there are only 2 issues to go for House of Mystery. It all ends in issue 321. I haven't got issue 321. That is also on my want list, the last issue of the first series of House of Mystery, which is of course the only series to seriously own. Right, there you go. I think you'll agree I've done a not too bad job of collecting House of Mystery during the first few months, the first 6-7 months of 2023. There are some key issues that I am missing. I will be focusing on the Joe Orlando period phase. That is the one for me, 1968 to 1978, with the Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson phase. That's my favourite bit of House of Mystery. The others are okay, the Paul Levitz, the Karen Berger, and the pre-ones, not hugely interested, but if they come along and they're in decent condition and decent price, I'd buy them. But I'm really focusing on that period of 10 years between 68 and 78 when Joe Orlando was editing. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video, comic book fans. That's your lot. See ya again soon.